Cooler was trash talking.
Yeah, I find that a little, you know, hard to imagine myself, but hey.
If I recall, Cooler didn't say anything to Avec until after the game was done. And that was actually one of the biggest problems is that Avec was like, dude, you don't even say hi. He's like, you know that I'll always talk after the game, but I'm focused on, you know, prep for the game. That being said, we just saw 106 to 48. Looks like Q2 kicked a lot of ass.
Yeah. And I was definitely happy to see that.
Over to DM6. Yeah, get your hand out of your pants.
Let me hop back in here. Yeah. I can
And
type in it.
Square's reminding me. Yeah, the admins had to step in and tell Cooler to ready up. But like, was he really shit talking though, or was he just refusing to ready up? I think he was like they did kind of get a little bit heated, but it was back and forth. It wasn't totally one-sided. That being said, we have gone live, and Q2 immediately gets a frag within the first like 8 seconds. Now it's goose egg for CI, 4-0 for Q2. Solid play there. And finally, CI is getting on the board. Q2 able to bring it back though, and looks like I think did CI just self-kill there because they lost the frag. They got it back really quickly though. Quad is about to spawn. It's now up on its spawn point, and it's going to be Scooby winning the day. 25 health. He comes back into the room when he had a choice to cut and run with the health just next to him, but no options left as he turned to head back in. I think he got a little bit too hungry for the frags, and that's going to open up an opportunity for Plague to back off to rail. Let's see what he chooses to do. No railgun. No weapons. He's got an LG. That's about it. Turning the corner, and he doesn't have any weapons to challenge here. This is a mistake. He's got an LG, which he can't use till he gets here, but the hang apparently is good enough for the MG.
Wow. That was really, really persistent from Plague there, and he managed to get a frag out of it. And actually, the key thing is going to be, can he do it again for the next 8 seconds? I mean, he needs to come back here and make sure that those frags weren't for nothing. He needs to make sure that this turns into some sort of red armor control, and there we're going to be having it. But let's see if he can actually get away from this alive.
I mean, this is a much closer matchup than what we saw in the previous map. It's only 3 frags apart. We do have Quad up in about 45 seconds. The biggest thing, though, I'm going to try to find out who is controlling the red armor. Now, we didn't really talk about it, but nice, great vertical rail from Waz, cutting the hang down and protecting that red armor grab. So, CI doing pretty well here. Let's go take a look at Plague. He's looking to exit the room. He wants to get that height position on Quad. Red's going to come up first, so he needs to hold this out for his teammate. Let's take a look at Waz, just waiting for it to spawn. 3, 2, and 1. Here comes the plasma. It's got a dodge, and there's a double play. Dehang coming into the room in order to clear the way for Scooby. And it will be now Dehang and Scooby who have the advantage as this quad spawns. Dehang missing every rail possible. Waz getting away with the quad. Dehang just waits. Hi there!
How was that for just... I don't want to call it arrogance, but that was just ballsy. That was just, yeah, I know you're going to be coming around the corner here. Just eat my rail. And actually, that was some really interesting play on the quad. They didn't dive in for it, knowing that they didn't have the stack. They just stayed up on mid, and that meant that even with the quad, Waz was not going to be able to get any free frags into that. Not at least right away.
Yeah, and apparently my my mention of StarCraft 2 beta is people pining for keys. I will say this. We do have a couple people on the QL TV staff that have an interest in StarCraft 2, specifically casting it. And as beta keys become available, I am going to try to get those people who have that interest, you know, and get keys into their hands. So there's the potential for a little bit of a Quake 5 TV
really?
staff covering StarCraft. What? What?
Well, we're seeing like a 4-frag game right here into the first quarter, and well, yeah,
Okay.
StarCraft, cool. Yeah, and again, just really nice rails coming out of DeHang here, going back up the pad. Plague's going to take him down with Shoddy in hand, but he's going to be going, oh wow. Again, what has been up with just like the 1-2 trade-offs tonight, and Waz is going to be the last man up, getting rocket launcher, lightning gun, and red armor as reward for that. Yellow armor is going to be picked up by Q2. And DeHang playing the troll under the bridge right now with that shotgun in hand. What the f... That was Plague blowing himself up? I didn't see that.
Yeah, Waz is able to defend. Plague does get the kill. Quad is up, and Scooby backs into it, gets the frag, and this... Oof. Oof. Wow.
Wow.
Look at that. They're both standing at the end
Scooby
of it.
just figured, I have no health, they're both going to be rushing me. And again, both Plague and Waz from CI have been extremely aggressive here. And so far, it's been working out on DM6 at least, keeping this within 1 frag. And depending on the next fight for red armor, we could potentially see this tie up.
Yeah. We could indeed. But the control of red right now is... pretty securely in the hands. Ooh, was in the hands. As I think DeHang just cratered, was that?
Yep.
Yeah, all I thought was the obituary list, and looks like gravity did the damage. DeHang is going to miss rails on Plague again and again and again. I will laugh my ass off if DeHang dies here. All right, there we go. So there's the red armor, yellow armor picked up by CI. We go take a look and see who that was. It may have been Waz who just ate a rail. That would make sense considering he's got 70 health.
Scooby and Waz here playing for the pillars, but it's going to be Plague getting the frag, tying it back up, and actually, holy shit, taking the lead here. And a map like DM6, it's just that much easier to, you know, with a quad run followed up by a couple of grabs of red armor, to really keep things close and just really make the potential for a comeback there. And we have been seeing that from Chronic Insanity, and we are still seeing 21 and 21 here, almost 7 minutes into the match. And now
The yellow
3
armor has
seconds
been up.
until...
Waz never got it. It's finally picked up, but you know that was weird. That was like 10 seconds ago. Very strange. Waz is pretty stacked, and this might be the chance for CI to really take a lead. And you know, maybe CI just did not practice almost lost. Maybe they're like, I don't want to play that one anyway. We'll leave it up to DM6. I don't know.
Wow, really nice quad run from Waz though. I mean, he
Yeah.
finishes off Scooby with the last little bit of that. And we're going to be seeing him moving back over to pillars. So actually from CI, maybe just almost lost just isn't their map, but so far they've been playing a lot tighter, a lot more secure with each other on this one so far. But Waz is covering this end of pillars, Plague throwing out grenades for the other end, but Waz is going to be able to get the grab fairly securely, moving back over left across towards yellow armor. So actually pretty good move from there, but I'm really wanting to know, where is Plague gone? Did he go up the bridge? I mean, DeHang's got control of that right now. So Waz going up around the corner here, we might be seeing a little bit of a pincher effect here from CI.
Yeah,
Ooh.
and it looks like it's gonna pay off. Plague is able to defend red armor. Waz is sitting, looking down the corridor, waiting for the fresh spawn. Does not come up the stairwell like he was hoping. He said Waz will be eating rails today for breakfast, as he's trying to make an exit from the room, backing into armor that will not show up, so he's going to get double teamed. If we go and take a look at his teammate, if I can press the buttons properly there, Plague still remaining at red armor, holding down the fort. Now look at these peak rails. Scooby will kill off Waz and might pull down Plague. Red armor is grabbed. The damage has been done because that's going to leave Q2 crippled for this next quad.
Indeed it has. Coming up in 8 seconds. Still watching Plague here, as with 61 health, he's going to be showing up mid along the left-hand side of that. And we're seeing a really big mix-up here. Both players from Q2